this first of 4 webinars on WIMS for STEM, an inventory management solution specifically designed for hands-on material science centers across the country. My name is Glenn Kinsler. I'm with 2B Solutions, and let's go ahead and get started. Quick overview of what we're going to cover today. Give you a little bit of information on 2B Solutions, a little background information, and then an overview of the WIMS for STEM solution. I'll highlight a few of our existing customers, and then we'll dive right into the live demonstration. I'll start with schools, teachers, and certifications, and then move into products and then the individual kits themselves. And then we'll go through very quickly a refurb example to show you how the system can really streamline a lot of those activities. And we'll have some time for Q&A at the end. I am going to go pretty fast. We realize everybody is busy, so we want to keep this around 20 minutes. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this. So I will move pretty fast, but of course we can cover some more ground during Q&A. And if you have other questions, please contact us anytime and we can get more in depth about all these subjects. So 2B Solutions was founded in 2003 and we're headquartered in Birmingham, Alabama. We specialize in 3 things, really: inventory management solutions, dynamic CRM solutions, and mobile solutions. We have a worldwide customer base. At last count, we have over 1,000 end customers across 14 countries. We're currently a certified Microsoft partner and a member of the Apple Business Consultants Network. So what is WIMS for STEM? Well, WIMS for STEM is a database solution to help organize and make sense of this complicated inventory management problem that a lot of district and school systems face, and just keeping your finger on what's going on with all the kits, the teachers, the schools, all the products, the reordering around that as well, and not to mention teacher training and certifications. It's a tough task. And until WIMS for STEM, there was no dedicated system to help people manage this whole process. But WIMS for STEM, I think you'll be able to see here, helps you make sense of it all, helps you streamline a lot of these processes, automate a lot of routine processes, and just generally make things easier. Our first customer was the Alabama Math, Science, and Technology Initiative, or AMSTI. They approached us in 2008 about building a new database solution for them. We've had tremendous experience in inventory management solutions, and so they were our first customer, and they're still our biggest. AMSTI serves almost 1,000 schools across the state. They actually have 11 warehouses that service different regions across the state, and they deal with almost 100,000 tubs coming in and out each year. Second customer is State of Delaware Department of Education. They service about 317 schools across their state. The third customer is iSTEM, or the Indiana Science Initiative. Number 4 is the Northern New Mexico Inquiry Science and Education Consortium. In fact, our team just finished the implementation there. And our newest customer is the Einstein Project in Green Bay, Wisconsin. That system is currently in production right now. We do expect to have it go live in about 6 weeks, I believe. And they service about 364 schools. So here's a graphic that we worked up when working with AMSTI originally, and I think a lot of people who are familiar with this process, this is going to resonate with you. If you look here at the top, kits are being returned from school. They come in back to the centralized warehouse, and from there, using a mobile barcode scanner, we can scan those kits in. We can basically designate them as being received back in the warehouse. Then they go through an adjustment or refurbishment period. Any permanent missing items are replaced. Any consumable items are restocked. The kit's then sort of cleaned up and ready for its next cycle. There it goes into a ready-to-ship mode, and then it's assigned to another teacher in school and sent back out. So this process is kind of the same for most science material centers that we've come across. But hopefully this, in sort of in a graphical representation, simplifies or breaks down the process a little bit. All right, so let's dive into the demonstration. So notice this is a browser-based application. I'm using Microsoft Internet Explorer today, but you can use Chrome, you can use Safari on a Mac, you can use Firefox, whatever you like. The system opens to, usually opens to a dashboard, although you can have your home page be anything that you want. But a dashboard is a very high-level representation of some key facts and metrics, maybe that the center manager is really, trying to see day in and day out. Here we've just got a breakdown of teachers by grade level, number of missing permanent items over the last day, a breakdown of where tubs are, and then just a breakdown of schools by district. As long as there's data, though, in the system, we can make a chart or graph out of it. These are just some ideas that we've had, what some other customers use. And notice, too, that these charts, you can drill down in them. So if I wanted to look at all the tubs, say, that are in the warehouse, I can click on this part of the graph and actually see that information in real time. Here I can go back to the home page as well. So this is, you wouldn't necessarily spend a ton of time here, but it's very helpful to quickly see what's happening. So I'm going to go up and look at schools. So notice when I hover over here, there's a drop-down navigation bar. I'm going to look at schools. And let's look at schools. All right, and these are all the schools in this test database that we have. So notice I've got 38 schools total. I've got the name, I've got the main phone number, I've got the district, the grade levels, the principal, email, so forth and so on, address information. If I scroll further over to the right, I've got additional fields for assistant principal, fax, website. But notice here I've got my cycle start and end dates. So here in this example, we've got 3 cycles. Here's my cycle 1 start and end, cycle 2 start and end, and so forth. All these columns are sortable. So it's sorted by school name here, but if I wanted to sort by district, I certainly could. It's also filterable as well. So let's look at a school example. Let's look at Aspen Community Magnet School. So I've got standard contact information here at the top, principal name and contact information. I've got the address. I've also got space for a shipping address, which sometimes is different from the main address of the school. In other words, where the kits actually go. I've got my cycle start and end dates here, and if I scroll down a little bit further, I've got all of my teachers associated with this school as well. So this subgrid here is showing 10 of 29 teachers. I can keep going and see the other 19 of them. And then if I scroll down a little bit further, I have a place where I can enter notes. So here's just an example. This is a terrific school, great principal, and terrific parental involvement. You can put anything that you want here, good or bad, and it's just another way of communicating within your center. And then I've got a list of scheduled activities coming up. Notice I've got a couple of kit training sessions coming up. So this is kind of a calendar where you can store those types of events as well. I'm going to now look at teachers. And so I've got 747 teachers total in the system. Again, these are sorted by full name, but if I wanted to sort by teacher ID or discipline, I certainly can. Again, this is filterable, so say I wanted to look at just my science teachers, I can. But let's open up a teacher record. So similar to the school record, I've got just basic contact information here at the top. I've got spaces for, a go-by name or a nickname, home phone, cell phone, work and home email if needed, birthday even if you want. A little bit more information about where this teacher is associated, what school, and then if I scroll down a bit further, I've got the active certifications for this teacher. So notice this teacher is certified in 3 kits: Human Body, Sound, and Sun, Moon, and Stars. And then if I scroll down a bit further, excuse me, I can see what tubs this individual teacher currently has associated with her. So notice Miss Alicia has 2 tubs currently assigned to her, both in sound. And they were assigned to her on February the 10th. Let's quickly look at certifications. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but notice each teacher and each kit that they are certified in will have its own certification record. Excuse me. And so I've got almost 1,300 certifications in the system. Again, if I wanted to sort, I certainly can. If I wanted to open up this record and see when it was created, I can. So notice this was created back in the summer of 2014. You know, she was trained at a Teachers Institute. We'll dive into certifications a bit more in a future webinar, but I just wanted to let you see it. So let's now look at materials. Let's look at the kits themselves. So here I've got 21 kit titles: weather, seeds and caterpillars, balls and ramps, organisms. I'm sure that this looks very familiar to everybody. Each kit has a kit ID, a grade level that it's associated with, the discipline, the number of tubs that the kit has. So for instance, weather has 2 tubs in the kit. Seeds and caterpillars only has 1 tub. A number of extra consumable packs, number of training tubs as well. These are not quite as important, but this is just a breakdown of all the kit titles. So if I open up weather, I can see a little bit more information, but here are the kit products, or all the individual products that make up that kit. So this one has quite a few. Notice it has sheets, bowls, bubbles, cans, and the quantity associated with each. This particular kit is a 2-tub kit, so all of these products here at the top go into the first tub, but notice this last product here at the very end goes into the second tub. It goes into the tub number 2. So I can now surf and look at tubs themselves. So tubs are going to represent each instance of the kit that we have. So notice here, weather, we've got a number of tubs, and we have created a kit ID to help you identify each individual container. So for instance, this weather, the kit ID is 001. This is the first instance of it, and this is the first tub of that instance. So notice these two go together, 001, 001, 001, and then 001, 01, and 002. These two go together. So notice here in the additional columns that we have, all of these weather kits here are labeled ready to ship. That means that they have already been refurbished. They're ready to go. They're ready to be assigned to another teacher in another school. Notice some here are in warehouse. That means that they've been returned, but they have not been refurbished yet. And as if we scroll down a little bit further too, we'll see that some of them are in school. Like this weather kit currently is assigned to Miss Paula G. And we'll expect it back at the end of this cycle. I want to quickly look at vendors. Don't want to spend a lot of time here, and we will definitely dive into this in more detail in a future webinar. But we can track all your vendors and all the products that they provide to you, along with cost information as well. So let's open here the Carolina biological record, which I'm sure a lot of you have. So I've got information on Carolina, my vendor rep, vendor ID. If I needed things like to store a username and password, I could right here. Notice here I've got one open requisition with Carolina. I can open up this and get more information about this requisition and the products associated with it. But I do want to go back to the individual products. And so this here is going to be a list of all the products that we get from Carolina Biological, our part number, the vendor stock number, a description, the last cost, so forth. So if we're capturing last cost information, we can hopefully build just more metrics around who is the lowest cost provider. We can help you with reordering as well, anticipating the cost associated with that. So again, I don't want to dive too far into it, but I just want to let you see the vendor area. So now I'm going to go back to the slides, and I wanted to go through a kind of a refurb step. Unfortunately, it's very hard to demonstrate here on a GoToMeeting like this. I wish we could do it sort of live and in person. But so let's pretend I'm in the warehouse, and a tub has come back into the warehouse, and I'm going to refurbish it. So notice here, this is a screenshot of the mobile application. I'll talk a little bit more about the mobile app in just a second. But notice some of these options here: transfer in, tub adjustment, refurbishment, transfer out, receiving, and miscellaneous adjustment. I'm going to press the refurbish button and then scan the barcode on the tub. So we help our customers create these permanent barcode labels that go on each tub. So this one is animals 2x2. Notice this is the instance number that we were talking about before. This is the barcode that I'm going to scan. This is the teacher tag, and we can talk about that again in more detail in a future webinar. But this label here is permanent. This one changes each cycle. But I'm going to scan this barcode, and then I will then in the system will know then that I'm refurbishing this kit. Here's a close-up picture of that permanent label here. So I open up the kit and I start to evaluate what's in there. There might be some extra consumables in there that I might just take out, but I want to make sure that all the permanent items are there. So this is the packing list that's in the kit. And I'm going to actually zoom this in just a little bit. And notice here I've got a barcode for each individual product. Whoops. Right here. So I'll scan by exception. If I notice that there's an item missing, I'll scan this individual line item here and indicate on the scanner that item is missing, or at least one of those items are missing. Now, depending on how we have it set up, right then at that time, an automatic email could fire off to the teacher asking him or her if they can look around their classroom for this particular item. It'll have the item listed by name, or that's if we have the scanner set up in real time. If not, maybe there's not very good Wi-Fi in the warehouse. When the scanner is synced back to the main database, then those emails will fire out. But there's no more carrying a clipboard, no more notating, who's missing what, then trying to go to your computer and email somebody. We're streamlining that entire process. We're taking that guesswork out of it. And so speaking of mobile devices, this is the mobile device that we are recommending lately. It's the Honeywell 99GX. We feel like it's the best mix of functionality and price. It's very rugged. It's very fast as well. Notice it has a full keyboard, and it has an optional pistol grip. This here is shown with the pistol grip, but this is an option. It's an additional expense, but a lot of people do like it. And it has a great battery life as well. So just to let you know about future webinars, all of these are Tuesdays. Our next one will be Tuesday, March the 24th, and all of them are at 2 o'clock. Then following that will be April the 14th, and again on April the 28th. So every other Tuesday, basically, at least for the next 8 weeks. And if there are particular things that you'd like to see covered in those webinars, let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we will do our best to cover those specific topics that you'd like to see. So thanks again, everybody, for your time. Again, I really appreciate it. I'm going to stop the recording now, and we can continue with Q&A, but here is contact information for us. Here's their website for this particular product as well, and here's my contact information. Give me a call if you'd like to learn more, 205-408-9991, extension 3. That rings my desk. And with that, we will wrap it up. Thanks again to everyone. We really appreciate it.